So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students have submitted answers. What about the others? Yes. I told you this question paper is a little bit ambiguous. That means you have to work a little harder. It's not very basic, right? Because little confusion will be there. Because the person who prepared has given a little confusion. But if you think very logically, it will be clear for you. Okay. He has brought logic into the topic. So let me check who gave what answers. So many people have said D, B, B, C, B, D. Okay. So many people have given D. So now let us see the question. Right. So one of the most common risk factors. Common means 90% and above. Remember that. Common is the key word here. Common is the key word here. And he's talking about risk factors. Okay. Right. One of the most common risk factors includes. Okay. Now let us see. So factors is there. Risk is there. So most cases of occur for unknown reasons and no risk factors can be identified. Okay. So there is no risk factor which can be identified. So, but one of the most common risk factors, however, it cannot be identified. However, that means here, from here the answer starts. You cannot, no risk factor. So how can one come? There are no risk factors. So there is no answer here. Answer is not there here because there is no risk factor. And when there is no risk factor, how can one come? It is zero. In the first sentence, it is zero. So answer is not there. However, that means yes, a few are there. A few are there. A few factors seem to be associated with different kinds of CJD. The first one is age. Sporadic CJD around the age of 60. The onset of familial CJD occurs only slightly earlier. Slightly means this is not common. The onset of family is familial. So the second one is familial. First one is age. The onset of familial CJD occurs only slightly earlier. Slightly means not common. Slightly means not common. This is uncommon. So this is not the reason. Common, slightly. Slightly means uncommon. Okay. Common means more. On the other hand, VJD has affected people at a much younger age. Much younger age. So much younger age. Okay. Usually in their late 20s. So second point is genetics. People with familial CJD have a genetic mutation that causes the disease. The disease is inherited. So this is another one, which means you need to inherit only one copy of the mutation from either patient to develop the disease. If you have mutation, the chance of passing it on to children is 50%. Genetic analysis in people with, okay, inheriting identities. So see here, exposure to contaminated use. This is another one. Exposure to contaminated tissue. People who have received high HGH derived from human. So this you can see, that is one more point. The risk of VCGD from eating contaminated beef is difficult to determine. Okay, in general, yeah. General means common. In general means common. In general means common. Yeah. So, exposure to contaminated beef. Okay. In general, if countries are effective implementing public health measures, the risk is virtually non-existent. In general, this is not related to any risk. It is related to the countries. It is so. This is not the answer. So the risk of contracting VCG from eating is difficult to determine. So risk is not able to determine. Is difficult. So this is difficult to determine. That means this is difficult, means not noticed. So it is not common. Okay. Risk factor is not common. It is not known, first of all. The risk of contracting VCJD from eating contaminated beef is difficult to determine. This is so we cannot understand the risk of eating this one. Yes or no, we don't know itself. Okay. So A is ruled out. A is ruled out. Now next one, age. Sporadic CJD tends to develop later in life, usually around the age of 60. Usually means, do you know that usually means common? Huh? Do you know that usually means common? So this is right. Common means usually. 1 minute. Do you know that commonly means usually? Huh? So age is one answer now. Age is one answer, and this also is the answer. B also answer. So B is there in B and B is there in D. So two answers, right, according to this. Next one, genetics. People with familial CJD have a genetic mutation that causes the disease. The disease is inherited in autosomal dominant fashion, which means you need to inherit only one copy of the mutated gene from either parent to develop the disease. If you have the mutation, the chance of causing it is 50%, means, okay, it is more. So C is here. Rare means less than 5%. Common means 90%. So 50% is between. That means it is not rare. It is more than rare. It is more than rare. So that means it is close to common. It is close to common. So B is ruled out because only B. C is ruled out because only C. Okay, B is ruled out because this is only B. C is ruled out because only C. And B is right and C is right. So this B and C is right. Here three answers are right. Three answers are right. B is right, C is right, B and C is right. I told you, he's creating an ambiguity to the students, confusion to the students. Three answers are right here. All the three are right. Who said B is wrong? C is also right. Okay. But the question is, problem is one of the most common risks. No, it's a two are there. So the question is ambiguous. I told you. Yeah, that is what I'm telling. That is a person who has given the answer. The question paper has given a confusion, I told. Ambiguous. That's what I'm clarifying it. It should be one of should not be there. The most common risks of factors include. That's it. That is the answer. The question should be framed like that. But okay, we cannot do anything to the already done, finished one. That's what I'm going to show you now. Your question, I already proved that. Okay, so no need to worry regarding that one. So yeah, that is the ambiguous. Ambiguous means confusion. You cannot decide because of the confusion. That is what the word ambiguous means. What? The paper is set little confusion. Okay. Here both are correct. Okay. Right. So B is right, C is right. So B plus C is right. Yes. Now, this is the fifth question. If you can understand problematic questions like this only, you can make your brain strong, no? Yeah. Clear all drawings. Okay. Yes. Next one. So fifth over sixth. So sixth question, where it is, we have to see first. People who may have human growth hormone derived from pituitary glands. So where is pituitary glands? You have to see. Control F. Pituitary. Pituitary. Yeah. Next is, yeah, it is in fourth paragraph. It is in fourth paragraph. The only two places it is there. It is in fourth paragraph. So we have to go to fourth. Fourth paragraph is what? Fourth paragraph is unknown reason. So same paragraph, second question. So same paragraph, second question. Yeah. So we'll take the same thing. So fourth paragraph is this one. Huh? Fourth paragraph, most cases. Yeah. This is the question. Control C, Control V. Same question. Yeah. Right. Yes. Yes. Which where did we put? Yeah. Here and people. Yeah. People who may have. Yeah. So this is the same paragraph. So you can go for the next question. Yes, you can submit the answer. This is actually only two options. Okay. This is actually only two options. Actually, C and D are by default wrong, self-defeating. I don't know how they can give 50% true, 50% false. 50% true means 50% false. 50% false means 50% true. It is like the glass is half full means the glass is half empty. That there is no meaning. By default, there two are wrong answers. There is no way. If C is right, then automatically D is right. If D is right, then automatically C is right. By default, I told you this is an ambiguous question paper, okay? The person who has prepared the question, just he prepared like that one. That's all. Okay. Actually, only two options are there. C and D are by default, they kill themselves. Self-defeating. So A or C, A or B is the right answer. There is no question of C. C is not at all an option here. So be careful. Okay, 50% true means what? Okay, here. Where is this? I'm going to explain you now.